you're talking about centers. You're also talking about a guy who effectively plays the role of a point guard for his team. So just because he happens to be 6'10" and has long arms and plays close to the block does not mean that he has to achieve the exact ideals that Bill Russell did. That's not what okay, cool. He doesn't do that. He doesn't block a lot of shots. There's plenty of bigs who don't block a ton of shots.
Does he not block a lot of shots? He doesn't protect the rim at all. You don't have to be a shot blocker to be a rim protector. And he's neither one. He's neither a rim protector nor a shot blocker.
98%
Let me ask you, because this is interesting. How many centers are better than Jokic defensively right now? Let's not even go all time.
Most of them. Most of them.
No, not most of them.
In the NBA,
we don't got time to go through this whole list.
But if
you guys
want
to,
we actually do.
If you guys want
we can just do starting centers.
Yes.
Just 5 minutes.
We're only doing starting centers. There's 15. Right. There's going to be at least 15.
Daniel Gafford.
It's way more than 15.
Gafford?
No, Ron.
Way more, Ron.
No.
It's going to be, hey.
Is Daniel Gafford a better defender?
What, does Bam play center still?
Bam plays the 5.
Yes, Bam is better.
Actually, Bam doesn't play the 5.
That's a hot take.
Khalil Ware plays the 5. But let's start at the top. Yes,
right quick, chill. Before we get into it, I just want to set some boundaries. I want to go all big men that play significant minutes.
Yes,
so if you play, and you could come off the bench, but if you play a significant role in your team,
so like big. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Let's really get down to the meat and potatoes.
So let's start at the top. Ron Allen.
Do this.
Jarrett Allen's better defensively.
Yes. Porzingis.
Porzingis better.
Cat
is worse. Way worse. So much worse.
I would go with
crazy how much worse.
Turner.
Who? Worse. Turner is worse. Lopez.
Wait. Hold on.
I was waiting for you guys to intervene.
No.
See, this is why they want to do this. I'm not.
Even with the cat thing.
Go ahead, Ron. Y'all got it. I'm not.
Even with the cat
thing.
Even with the cat. I'm just saying we can flip a coin.
Is Alperen Sengun a better defender than Jokic?
Yes.
Wait a minute. We didn't get there yet.
We
didn't get there yet. We didn't get there yet. Hang on.
Wait. So, all right, we can let Cat go. We can let Cat go. The Miles Turner? Okay. Hell no. Hell no.
Miles Turner. No, Miles Turner. Lopez.
Jokic is better right now. Lopez is a bad defender.
Oh no, that man be getting played off the court because of his defense.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, but if Joker wasn't the offensive juggernaut,
man.
If Joker wasn't the offensive juggernaut that he was, he would not. But Penn, I need you to understand this. If Joker was the offensive player that Brook Lopez was too, not only would he be getting played off the court, but he wouldn't be in the NBA.
I can see that's the thing. That's where it's hard to decipher.
Okay, at least Brook Lopez protects the rim.
If Joker was the offensive player, Brook Lopez he would not be in the league.
And you better not come to the hoop on some bullshit and Brook Lopez down there. You will get sit back in your face.
Right back in your face.
Nah, but Jokic is so much better in passing lanes, and
he won't.
He can move better. I think Jokic is better defender than Brook right now.
All right, so right now we got Brook and Cat.
No, I'm not taking.
We also got Miles.
I'm not taking Brook.
Take my vote into consideration.
Steve, but we're not. We're not
doing this. I like Miles Turner as a rim deterrent. I like Miles Turner as a rim protector. The other stuff, I'm good. To be honest with y'all, I'm good too.
What about Nick?
Y'all got Brook. Y'all got Brook.
I promise we're gonna get there. Jalen Duren.
Okay.
Duren is worse.
I'll go Jokic right now.
Wendell Carter.
Hey, Jokic shooting right now. Look at him.
Carter is worse.
Not Wendell. I'm sorry. Khalil Ware.
Wait,
Ware is
worse than Jokic?
Yes.
What are we? Why are you just like this?
Hey, Jokic is gonna make an all-defensive team.
No, he's not.
Jalen Duren, Wendell Carter.
The Magic just got this good defense. And Wendell Carter's back there being Jokic level defender.
I'm gonna flip the hell out.
No, worse than Jokic defensively.
Oh my god.
So they just got a great defense just because of Franz Wagner's the most.
Defender in the league, yeah.
And so it's all on Franz and Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs wasn't there for the second half of the season.
Jonathan Isaac's better. I'll give you that.
Oh my god.
Because remember,
Wendell Carter is better than Joker on defense. Yes, he is.
Come on, man. Like, stop.
Wendell Carter.
Wait. Y'all giving them Jalen Duren too?
No.
What about Isaiah?
Jalen Duren moves better than him.
Isaiah Stewart. I'm going Isaiah Stewart.
Penn, Isaiah Stewart better than
Stewart's better.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Khalil Ware. Khalil Ware.
Who they got?
Jokic is better.
Then the Rook.
Move along.
Yeah, move along, man. Move along.
Yeah.
No, he is
no
not.
rookies. Let's be fair.
Are you
Okay,
kidding
no
me
rookie.
right now?
No, rookie.
Donovan
Donovan
was
better
last
than
year.
I don't know who you
Donovan
think Khalil
Clingan.
Ware is.
Donovan Clingan is better
He blocks
defensively than
some
Jokic.
shots.
We include the
Cool.
rookies.
He's like
100%
190 pounds soaking wet. He would die against most big men in the block, and he does.
Plays
Does
against
he?
most big men.
Regularly.
Khalil Ware
Does
is
he?
out and he's
Oh,
held
he
his
just gets
own.
cooked.
No, he does
Yes.
not.
You better
Khalil
not
Ware
take Chet
is.
better for the same reason. He 190.
100%. Okongwu.
Give him
about
one
a-
of them. Give him one
how
of them.
about Okongwu in
Chet,
Atlanta?
have
One of
them.
who?
Okongwu?
One of these dudes. Let him
Okongwu
choose
was
one and let him
worse
keep one
this
of them.
year.
Wendell or
Okongwu
Khalil. Let
used
me
to
have
be
one of them.
great. Okongwu used to be great. It's terrible now. I don't know what the hell happened to
What
him.
about Mohamed Gay?
He's all right.
How about
good.
No. Stand on business. Remember, you came up here and derailed a whole episode for about 15-20 minutes talking about Muhammad Gay. Now,
was like
is
4
he
and a half
better than
minutes.
Nikola
I did?
Jokic?
I did.
Yeah, you did. Who?
No, I didn't. This is W gaslighting. What are you talking about?
It was like
So y'all don't
4 and a
remember
half
this?
minutes. I remember Mohamed Gay derailing the conversation. I can't remember if it was Penn or Jordan.
I did not. Who are you confusing me with?
It might have been Jordan, but we're gonna blame you because you up here. So yeah, Penn. Oh, you.
I never did that.
Nah,
I've
you might.
never done that. I don't have any strong emotions about Mohamed Gay at all.
I just love how the Jokic topic
So,
has summoned Swiper in the chat. He just came out of nowhere.
so why
He's
so
been
come
here for
on.
about 5
Hey,
So
nah,
Joe,
hey,
wait,
Swiper,
so-
you got the link. Come on.
So Joe, where we at right now? So of the 10 teams that I named, okay, so Miles Turner, he said so we have Miles Turner. Yeah, we have Miles Turner, Brook Lopez, and
Jalen Duren
Cat and Jalen Duren are better.
and Wendell Carter too. No,
Wendell
he's
Carter.
better. No,
He-
that
better.
he's
No.
better.
Joker's better than.
Okay,
I know
so
Khalil
Kongwu,
Ware?
I know
Alright,
You
so-
missing
so-
that?
Kongwu.
and Khalil
Jalen
Ware
Duren?
too. So,
Yeah.
so that's 6.
And
Okay.
Okongwu. And Okongwu.
Kongwu.
Okongwu.
Wait,
Wait,
so-
we're at 7 centers
so
right
y'all
now.
are you? No, wait, Pin. Are you telling me that Joker is a top 10
We ain't there
starting
yet.
defender?
No.
We ain't there. We ain't
Well,
there
well,
yet.
well,
he's not
it
top
seems like
25.
it seems like in the East he's in the top 5 defensive.
We ain't there yet.
But he
How
don't play
about
in these.
so Penn?
Yeah,
Penn, how about
yeah,
Vooch?
Oh, God.
He's better than
I'll go
Vooch.
Jokic.
He better.
Vooch is
Okay, so-
terrible.
He's better.
Right.
Yeah.
How about your man Pirtle in Toronto?
It's close. It's really close. It's really close.
No, it's
I'll give
not,
Pirtle the edge by like a
What?
little bit. Pirtle has not protected the rim very well. I just think Pirtle is reasonably good at moving his feet on the perimeter. Reasonably good. He used to be much better. I'm gonna say 5 years ago, no contest. 4 years ago, no contest. Pirtle's
Right.
rim numbers, like in terms of how opponents shoot at the rim when Pirtle is there, have not been great. But I will say Pirtle participated in a very good defense in the last 44 games. So maybe he's turning the edge.
which might have something to do with why he was as good as he was.
No,
they did
Scotty Barnes was why the Raptors defense was good. Pirtle is just there.
which is a byproduct of why Pirtle is as good as he is. Is that not fair, Penn?
I mean, honestly, they were just as fine with Orlando Robinson on the court. If you
Yeah,
want to
he-
argue Orlando
Chill's saying
Robinson was,
Pirtle is a product. Chill's saying Pirtle looks better because he's in a good defense. That's what he's saying.
Yes.
I mean, he was also part
Unlike
of
Joker.
I mean, in fairness, Chill, the Raptors were also 30th in defense earlier in the season, and he was also a big
You're
part
not
of that.
doing that with
So,
me, Penn, because you came up here plenty of times and told me how good your defense was over the last 20 games. Your top 4,
Yeah.
your top 5 in the league.
so
in
Chill,
defense.
2 halves of the season. First half of the
Okay.
season, worst defense in the league. Second half of the season, top 4 defense in the league.
And
Pirtle
why
was
is
part
that?
of both of it. And I would argue he played way more in the first
So
part.
can't we say the same thing about Joker? I mean, Joker, that
I'm
defense
just
has
saying
gotten-
it's close.
defense has
I'm
gotten
just
much
saying
better.
it's close. I'm just
Okay,
saying
so-
Pirtle is not talked about as a top 10
Yep.
player of all time. So nobody is
Okay.
going to sit there and dissect what he does or doesn't do on defense. People think because he's a hustle big who rebounds the basketball at a reasonable rate and blocks a couple
Mhm.
shots that he's a good defender. And I watched this guy all year and I'm telling you he's not that good a defender. So in the gap between him and Jokic, I'll give a slight edge to Pirtle, but it's not a big gap. It's not a big
How
gap.
about how about Claxton?
Ugh,
Claxton.
Claxton's better.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, I see something.
Actually,
Oh
I'll
my God. Look, this is how I know a show is dead.
Dayron
All right, let them
This is-
team up together.
no,
Yeah, let
this
them
no-
team
Swiper,
up
I
together.
tried not to do this,
No, no,
Swiper. I did not
no,
want
no,
to do
no,
this,
no,
Swiper.
no, no.
You heard me say I did
This
not
is-
want to do this, Swiper.
this
Please
is-
don't.
This is how you know on PC a show is dead. Because we got clappers.
Pin made us do
Hold
this.
on, I'm not done. We got clappers and twerkers up here. Never watched Wendell Carter Jr. the whole damn year.
You don't watch Orlando?
No, you don't. You're on.
You don't watch Orlando?
You're 3 hours ahead, Ox. Your
What
eyes
does that got to do with
shut.
anything? Swiper, just what the hell are you
listen.
talking about? That's
You
not
gotta-
how
you gotta-
TVs work.
Hold on. You got to take post daycare naps by the time the Orlando Magic comes on. You don't get a chance to watch this game, and then you don't wake up early enough to turn the games back on. Wendell Carter Jr. has not had a good defensive year. You're lying. Everyone
What
up
did
here.
Jokic have?
Hey.
He's
Not
not
everybody
good
up
at
here.
defense, or do we
Not
not
everybody
watch?
up here.
But I did say this.
Is he
But
not
now we're
good, or do we
talking
not
about-
watch?
No, but look, but now we're talking about the playoffs, though, Mars. The question should be among these people, who has he been better than in the playoff? Because in the regular
We're
season,
not in the playoffs.
Thank you,
the
Swiper.
regular-
Thank you, Swiper.
No, because the regular season, everybody on Denver was bad, including Aaron Gordon because of the injuries. But Aaron Gordon hadn't been a terrible defender in the playoffs. Neither is Jokic. So I'm saying now, have this conversation about the playoff. That's the actual place to start.
I don't like how we derail in this. No, You're not going to derail what we're trying to do.
Because in the
Yeah,
regular
Swiper,
season,
you're not going to do
No,
that.
no,
You
no,
want me
no,
to get him up
no,
out of here?
because I ignore the
You want me to
no,
get him out of here?
Doing that.
I hate to step in and interrupt this intense yap session that you're currently watching, but I just have to inform you on all the amazing, spectacular, fabulous, endless ways to play and win over at Prize Picks. Basketball fans, I know the season is just tipping off. Yes, I know this. But you know what that means? It means that you have an opportunity to pick your favorite players and their matchups that are the most thrilling, and you can win money from these. With Prize Picks, you can play daily NBA contests and test your hoop knowledge by choosing the player projections and every single stat line imaginable to make your Prize Picks and take home some nice hard-earned cash. Are you a rookie in the game? Don't even sweat it. I got the playbook for you right here. All you have to do is download Prize Picks, use promo code PANEL, and you will get $50 instantly when you play 5 here with Prize Picks. So what are you waiting for? Download Prize Picks, use promo code PANEL, and join me as we break down all of our amazing daily picks right here on the panel. Prize Picks. Run your game, control your game, win your game. It's easy, baby. It's easy.
Thank you.
Ignore
Thank
the
you.
82 games and look at
Because I
these
can make an argument.
Get in
that
the
we're
hell, Ron.
doing that.
10 games. How
Ron,
is
because
going
That doesn't
against?
make sense. Because when
Give
we
him
go
the
into
boot,
the
Ron.
playoffs every year, we do this with certain players.
Chat,
We're
should I do
really
it?
good regular season defense,
Okay.
but maybe in the playoffs they turn up. Anthony Davis can have a bad regular season defensive
Drop
year.
the ball head
You're not going to
emoji.
say
if
he
you
was a
want
bad
Swiper to get
defender, and then he goes to the playoff, has a great
when has
2
Anthony
rounds.
Davis been a bad defender in the regular season?
2023 until the trade. Bring that
He
up.
was a bad defender.
2023. Last
Bad.
year.
He
This
was
year.
a bad
This year with
defender.
the Lakers, what did he do defensively? What did he do
So,
to
we
the
did-
Road?
so wait.
Anthony
Swiper.
Davis was a bad
They had a
defender.
He was a
He
bad.
wasn't bad.
He was a bad. So he was a
He
bad
was bad
defender.
by his
Relative
standards.
He
to
He wasn't
what
bad.
had a horrible
Listen, I'm-
defense with
Yeah,
Anthony Davis
I am
on the
going
court
to
this year.
flip
Wait, so
that
you
out.
are telling
I'm
me
gonna
that
lose my- he had a
Anthony
bad
Davis was a
defensive
bad
season.
defender this
With
year.
the Lakers, he had a bad defensive season. Objectively,
Relative
they
wait,
had
wait,
a whole-
his
they
relative
had
to
a
what?
bad defensive year. That's not even a question.
Swiper, stop
That's not
doing
even a
that.
question.
Relative to what,
There's nothing to
Swiper?
do.
Relative to what, Swiper? He
What
had
do
a
you
bad
mean? To the league, he didn't do his job, chill. He didn't do his
Relative
job.
to the league,
Losing my mind.
so
job.
Anthony Davis was a bad
What
defender.
were the numbers
relative
defensively
to
when he
the
was with the
league.
Lakers this year?
Not relative to Anthony Davis being an elite defender. Not relative to what Anthony Davis' standards was.
Chill, but you'll
Anthony
say-
Davis was a
you'll say
bad
Anthony
defender
Davis is an elite
relative
defender
to
no
the
matter what he
rest of the league.
No
Is
matter
that
what
I'm
he
listening to
does,
from you
no,
right
but
now,
chill, this is the
Swiper?
issue. You will always say he's an elite defender no matter what he does. No matter what he does.
Man,
That's
I was
not
doing.
fair.
I was
I
doing-
don't-
No, wait,
I don't
you know what
think
I
you're
was?
allowed
No,
to do
Swiper,
that.
wait, you can do what you
Swiper's
do.
good
No.
at what he's doing.
No, he's
Swiper's
not. I was doing a better job of what he was doing
who
right
are
now.
defenders better than
Damn
Jokic
it.
by
Okay.
saying something
No,
outlandish.
I'm not. I'm
like
still here,
Anthony
Mars.
Davis
I'm
was a
still
bad
there.
defender this
You
year.
said
I'm
you
still
the
in the
conversation
Mars.
started with Wendell
I'm
Carter
still
Jr.
got
Back
the
to
pill,
the
Mars.
list.
Like,
Very
what do
small
you
I'm
say?
still here.
He's a very
I'm
small
Let's
still
get
got
back
the
to
pill,
this
Mars.
list.
Hell no, we're not doing that. No,
He's a very smart
No.
individual.
All right, y'all. Swiper, you will not throw us off our tracks. This train is
so-
going
See,
one
I see
direction.
through the
We're
games.
getting
I
to this
see through the
destination.
games.
What I was
Chill.
asking,
Let's get
Ron,
back to it.
What I was asking, Ron, how about Joel Embiid?
Embiid's a better defender.
Embiid's a better defender. Way better.
How about Mark Williams?
Who?
Mark Williams.
Mark Williams.
No. In no way, shape, or form.
Jokic is better.
Yeah, I'll go.
Mark
Jokic.
Williams is hella overrated.
How about Alex Sarr?
Alex Sarr is overrated.
So that means
I think his defense is good. His
Give me
defense is
Alex
good.
Okay for a rookie, but he's not.
So we're not putting rookies ahead.
Okay,
of
what
him.
did he do besides beat
Oh, I'm
Tommy?
putting
Okay.
Donovan Clingan ahead of him.
Here's my
Donovan
litmus
easy.
test.
Alex Sarr is better than him
just so
too.
we understand this.
Well, what did Sarr do? What did Sarr do defensively this year that made you
Just so
Sarr?
I can frame this.
Switchability.
The only way that I'm picking
I mean,
someone over Jokic is if you can tell me
That beat your
100%
team twice.
that I can take Jokic
Right.
off the court, put this player on, and they're going to be better. There's no way in hell that
Defensively,
Denver's
though, it's
defense
tricky.
is going to be better.
Not
if
as
you
a team, just
sub
Jokic
Jokic or
defensively,
Alex
though,
Sarr.
Just
Yeah.
defensively, man.
I'm talking about defense. I'm saying your defensive rating, your defensive efficiency, your defensive communication, your ability to match up with different teams, your ability to operate within your own team scheme. I don't think you're better with Khalil Ware and Alex Sarr. I'm sorry,
I would
they're
go with
rookies.
Jokic.
Very rarely is a rookie going to have that type of defensive impact.
Donovan Clingan.
There might
Alex Sarr
Donovan
just beat-
Donovan Clingan is
You
one.
don't need that much
and that's
defensive
it.
impact to be better
That's
than
what I'm
Jokic.
saying. Like what?
No,
You just
you-
need to
you
not
do.
be bad.
Because hold on. First of all,
Alex Sarr's
fundamental-
athleticism, ability to move on the perimeter,
This is
protect
not
the rim.
This is not the YMCA, Ron. This is an NBA basketball game.
Sarr
in which
will be a better
basketball
defender.
IQ actually does
He
matter.
is a better
Yes, he
defender
will be,
right
Joe.
now.
No,
100%
he's not.
Joe.
No, he's
Why?
not.
Why? But
He's a
but this,
rookie.
can we clean this
With-
thing up?
with-
That
I'm
Jokic
just
is
saying,
not a
my
tall
EBC
Luka?
is not a better defender.
Can we do that real
Okay, but
quickly?
with
Nobody
all
said that,
with-
Swiper, and you're not
with
about to
all
put us
that
in there.
IQ,
Well, because
Nobody
of y'all,
said that.
because of y'all in
Nope.
the comment section, they're saying that. Because
No,
of you
nobody's
all.
saying that.
Because of
None
you
of us
all.
said that up
These
here.
people,
None of us
these
said that he's a
people up
tall
here.
Joker. I mean, he's a tall Luka. Nobody said that up here. No. So to Ron's point, Ron, you were making a point.
Better
Go ahead.
defensively.
All I'm saying is with
Ron, what does that
so
pay?
I'm saying you throw Alex Sarr in that defensive scheme. I'm just saying his ability to guard pick and rolls, switch on the perimeter,
Guard the rim.
just be more versatile and
Guard
be
the
more
rim.
mobile. And on top
What
of that,
the hell do you
and
think
on top-
Alex Sarr is?
and on-
Alex Sarr is not
and-
good.
and on top of that,
Yes, he
I
is.
can
There's a
protect the
reason the
rim better
Wizards
than you.
suck.
You didn't
Okay,
watch-
but
you
Jokic
watched
is bad.
He
Wizards games
stinks
this year?
offensively. Alex
I
Sarr
watched-
I've
stinks
watched
on
a
offense.
lot of
Honestly,
Wizards games
I
this
did.
year.
I watched-
Keyshawn
Alex
George,
Sarr stinks
awesome.
on offense. The defense is not.
Yes.
He's all
He's
right.
amazing.
He's a damn good defender.
He's not amazing.
That's
Damn
Alex
good.
Sarr's. That's Alex Sarr's calling
What are you
card is his
talking about?
defense.
Yes.
I'm not
So you
like
say.
That's why he got drafted. But did he do that at a better level than Jokic? Consistently is the
Yes.
question.
No.
Yes, was he a bad
That's
defender
the-
this
that's
year?
the question.
That's what you
Yes,
guys are
he
saying.
was a
You're saying
bad
Alex Sarr
defender.
was
I don't know
just
what the
a
hell you guys are
negative
watching.
I don't
He
think
was
Sarr
bad,
a
or the
bad
Wizards were
defender this
bad.
year.
Let's check this out.
He
I
was
don't know.
bad or the Wizards were bad.
Barnes'
I don't-
favorite PBP. Let's look at this.
What are you gonna look at on-off defensive splits?
Bro,
What are you gonna look?
he had
That's what
he,
you
he
love to
got
do.
okay.
I'm going to
I'll
your
tell
stats.
you the only
Where's
thing
the
Alex
last
Sarr
time
did
he
well
launched
defensively
outward
this
in
year.
this
The
conference?
only thing is he got to the rim and he blocked shots. That's it. That's literally it. That's all you're gonna be able to say about him. He
He's
blocked
way
a lot
more-
of shots.
She's way more switchable than you.
Wait a minute. Stay right there, Mars. That's what the problem is with Joker. We're talking about his rim deterrence. That's what we're talking about with Joker. We ain't even talking about Joker overall as a defender. We're just talking about Joker at the rim.
Well, then do everything else then.
So
That's the thing with Jokic. The biggest criticism is the rim protection and the
Sure.
verticality.
What
about everything else?
I think Joker competes on with everything else.
Dude,
what
I'm-
doesn't
I'm
Jokic
looking
do
at- I
well
don't-
defensively?
I don't
Besides-
even
he
need to
doesn't-
look
he
at. I don't
doesn't
even
block
need to
shots.
look at these analytics. I'm telling you, I'm
He
looking
doesn't
at the
block
analytics.
shots and he's not. He can't
good.
guard on the perimeter.
Who can guard on the perimeter? Because Giannis can't. So
And
take
so
him out
I'm
of it.
and
So
I'm
who
glad
else
Alex Sarr can
and
guard
I'm-
on the perimeter.
and
Giannis
I'm
can
glad
guard on the
you. I'm
perimeter
glad
better than
you.
Joker.
I'm
Giannis
glad you
can?
said that.
Are
Swiper.
you
He's guard on
sure?
the perimeter better than Joker.
Could I just watched him do this SGA, and I just watched Giannis versus
Hey,
Halliburton.
Tyrese-
Lord
Tyrese
help me
Halliburton
if
is
if
frying
Halliburton
Joker.
What had done that to Jokic, the narratives that would have come out.
happening right now,
Tell me
man?
I'm lying, bro.
I'm
Tell me I'm
losing
lying. We
my
got a
mind
guest
up here.
here. We got a guest
Clearly.
here that's an expert. Tell me I'm lying. If that was
Are
Jokic,
you guys
what would the
arguing
conversation
that
have
Giannis guards on the perimeter worse than Jokic?
No, he does.
a lot
He
of you, bro.
definitely does not.
Say it.
That's what
Just say
Swipe
it.
was
So we can
arguing
get it over
about.
with.
But what we're
Just say
saying
it so we can get it
is
over with.
if,
No, turn it
if
back on Ron.
Halliburton had
I am
done
in the
that
matrix.
to Jokic, we would have never heard the end of it.
Ron would have never heard the
heard
end of
it.
it. Ron ran by it.
Sure.
He just skated by it because it's like, well, it's Giannis and Hallie. What do you want him to do? What do you want him
Swiper,
to do?
who guards on the perimeter better?
Brooke
Giannis or Jokic?
Lopez,
Giannis or Jokic? Who guards on the perimeter better?
Giannis,
Okay, so why are we arguing?
but barely. But he's more. I say this.
But
He's
barely.
more. In
This has
No,
become
listen.
ridiculous.
No, listen.
Who
Ron, this
guards
has
on the
become
perimeter?
ridiculous
hold on.
very
Y'all-
quickly.
no,
I'm not gonna
Swiper,
say
It was
that.
it was it was already ridiculous. It was
Hold on.
already
Let me-
ridiculous,
let me-
and this
let
is
me
just
ask you
going
this.
way over the
Let me
top.
ask you this: which player is more undisciplined defensively?
Swiper comes up and does this, and then says, "Oh, PC is he's a troll. This and that. Piper comes up here and does this, and then in situations when he starts getting cooked, he starts saying, "Oh, this is what y'all do on PC."
Are you gonna cool Jokic refusing to contest good discipline?
No, I'm talking about the perimeter stuff.
No,
The perimeter. Who's more
Amin
undisciplined?
Thompson is more. Thor Thompson is a lot less undisciplined than a bunch of defenders. We've seen Jalen Brunson had him in a popcorn machine. You won't take 10 more defenders over Thor Thompson.
I think he just overplayed it.
Undisciplined.
I think he just overplayed what was happening.
That's being undisciplined.
No, but seriously, there are 25. There are 25 centers that are better defensively than Jokic.
Mitchell Robinson.
25.
He's better defensively than Jokic.
Well, Mitchell's easy.
There's another one.
Swiper, do you think that
Mitchell's not that good defensively?
And he's not.
No, Mitchell. Whoa, respectfully, Mitchell's been great in the playoffs so far. Go ahead.
Swiper, do you honestly think that Joker is better on the perimeter defending than Giannis is?
No, I think Giannis is extremely undisciplined and he gets a pass for it. I think for sure he overplays too much.
I can appreciate.
But I don't think he's better. But I think he's Giannis is gassed. Gassed for years now.
We kind of got we got off on the wrong exit.
Al Horford is better.
But we back on the freeway, Ox. How about Chet Holmgren?
Chet's better.
Man. Okay, can we wipe out all defense players? Like we just take that out because there's a bunch.
Bring him
Chet
up.
Holmgren,
Bring him up. Bring him up.
We're talking about 5 men. How about Sengun?
Sengun is worse.
No, this year Shingun.
I like Sengun. I think Shingun's a better defender.
Oh my god.
Now, how is Sengun a worse defender than Jokic?
Huh?
He's playing with significantly better defenders around him.
True.
Which I think
how he's worse.
That obviously helps, but Shingun was still better defensively this year.
What makes him better?
Don't answer my question with a question.
Flip the question on him. Yeah, Pin.
How he's worse. You don't answer. Oh, what makes him better? No, what makes him worse? And then I.
But Rod, we had a whole argument 2 weeks ago, and you just
Sengun meets people at the rim better than Jokic.
How is Sengun a worse defender than Jokic?
Wait a minute, go ahead, Joe.
Hold
stay right there.
Disagree.
No,
because that's what Penn wants. Penn wants someone to ask why Sengun is better. Also, he can refute. No, let him go first. The burden of proof is on him. He said Sengun is
right
worse.
there, Joe.
So
I think Sengun is better at the rim. If you take that out of it, Jokic is better.
Nobody was saving me. Nobody was saving me.
Jokic is better at everything.
Nobody was saving me.
So Jokic is better guarding in space than Sengun.
Absolutely
they're
not.
Both pretty bad, but I think Jokic.
Sengun is not bad at that. He was really good against the Warriors in the playoffs. Guarding in space.
That's to the personnel.
That is not.
Too, so like, but
that
no, I don't want to hear the personnel conversation.
Well, it obviously matters. It matters. It does matter.
It matters tremendously.
But I did say, Sabu,
there's no way in hell that you think that you put Sengun next to guys like Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray that he's going to be able to guard anything close to the way that he does. I'm sorry. I've seen Jokic in lineups where there's Gordon, Brown, and Peyton, and he looks a little bit better. To be honest, he looks a little bit better in those lineups. Okay, because he's not covering for as much. You realize everything funnels downhill. Everything. When you got weak turnstiles defensively on the perimeter, no disrespect to Jamal Murray, not a good defender. No disrespect to Michael Porter Jr., really bad defender, actually. Those two play a bulk of minutes. When you add a third bad defender to that, that's like oh God, man! That's so much pressure on the rim.
Can you
the third bad defender being Jokic? That's the third bad defender is Jokic.
Mars, can you admit this though? When they run those Russ, Christian, Watson, Gordon lineups, like
that's a good defensive team.
Good. I think that goes to the point of personnel. But I do think Sengun.
He's still not better guarding in space. Like when Jokic gets caught in a switch, they literally double team to get Jokic away from him. When Sengun is guarding in space, they trust him to guard. He's better guarding in space. You can say there's help behind it, absolutely sure. But Sengun, I can't say factually. I don't know if there's stats that prove it. But anyone who I think watches the Rockets can see Sengun can legitimately press up into the ball and move his feet.
He's a smaller, more mobile player. He's a smaller, more mobile player.
Jokic cannot guard in space like Sengun can. Jokic can't make plays at the rim like Sengun.
8 years younger, he's shorter, and he's more mobile.
There's reasons why he's better.
Way
but that is a part of the conversation. He had a better defensive year this year.
He's also better at the rim. If you want to use those same rim field goal percentage numbers you had for Jakob, Sengun is more impactful defending the rim than Jokic.
I agree. He is
so he's better defending the rim. He's better defending in space. Like your point about Jakob,
but he is worse. But he is worse in pick and roll.
Sengun was the starting center on one of the best defenses in the NBA.
Yeah, well, that goes.
And he played damn near the most minutes on the team. And the defense was amazing with him on the floor.
There's only one bad defender in their upper rotation. That's Jalen Green. That's it.
Absolutely.
What does Jokic look like in that
if Jokic was in the Rockets rotation, they would have.
I think he'd be
two
much
bad
better.
defenders in it.
No.
Do we know the status of Steph Curry yet?
He's not playing.
He's not
playing.
breaking news just came across. Golden State's Stephen Curry has sustained a grade 1 left hamstring strain and will be ruled out of game 2 against Minnesota on Thursday. So the exact return for his timetable is unclear due to the first rehab.
Well, that's the best
possible. Could be game back.
Grade 1 is best case scenario. So.
It could be game 4.
Yeah.
They're playing every other game. They're playing every other day.
Rushed,
but hold up, though, y'all. We're going to get to this. We are in the middle of something that we got to finish this.
Stay right here. So, Ron, we've established Sengun. The Lakers don't have
Chad.
Right? The Lakers don't have a 5-man, right? He plays for the Nuggets. How about Zubac? Zubac's
way better.
We can
right?
Past that, yeah.
Rudy is better than him.
Yep.
Yes.
Who?
Rudy is better than him.
Well, no. So according to some of y'all, matter of fact, according to the NBA player in here, who would you trust to get a stop in the game? Chill? Huh? According to the NBA player, according to when Austin Day came in here, who would you rather have to stop a possession at the end of a game? The NBA player that made millions of dollars in the league. He said Jokic. He said Jokic.
Yeah, he said that something about being about that clutch.
He didn't shake his head like you did either. He said it straight up with his chest.
He did.
I feel like players.
Hey, what about Coach Alderman? Who did he trust?
When?
What you mean when? Game 1
to get a stop?
You know, offense, defense.
No, Jokic had 5 fouls, so they didn't want him to pick up the foul on the free throw.
Yeah, that's exactly why. And then what happened?
That is the exact reason why, Ron. I'm on your side overall with the Jokic conversation right now. But
what happened when they put him back in?
The Warriors did the same thing with Draymond.
Did SGA get the ball?
Oh, you glazing Jokic.
He helped. No, they helped. That was what they did. They executed their possession and they won it. They got 2 missed free throws and won the game, Ron. Too bad your dude couldn't do that. All right, next, Joe. Who's next?
Golden State.
His dude did do that.
Draymond
did not.
Draymond's better.
Golden State. Draymond's clearly better. Post is not better. Looney is not better.
How about
Jaren
Jackson?
PT?
How about Jaren Jackson?
Of course,
Jaren Jackson's better.
How about Sabonis?
Zach Edey's better too.
Sabonis is way worse.
Zach Edey's not better defensively than Jokic.
I don't think he's way worse personally.
I think Zach Edey's a better. I think he's a better rim protector. I think Zach Edey's a better rim protector than Joker.
Well, he objectively is.
And I think he's a better paint presence than Joker.
I'm sorry. Your other guy did hit a game winner yesterday. I meant your actual first guy that you chose in the first round. But that's what.
Well, can we get the Sabonis thing? What is this about? Is this about effort? Because I think Sabonis
is about physics.
Is it? Because I think Sabonis is as bad as Sabonis is, as we like to say. I think he's better at guarding his space than Joker is. Yes, he is.
No, not guarding his space. He's a better rim protector than Jokic is.
Which is crazy.
And he's better at guarding his space too.
I don't think so.
The Sacramento Kings do not rush to Sabonis' aid like they do Joker when
does Sabonis get an opportunity to be on an island?
Oklahoma City has done that to him. Not only has Oklahoma City done that to him, the Clippers were doing that to him.
And what happened?
100% the Clippers were doing that. What happened was that who scored?
I'm sorry. I don't think Sabonis is a better
whatever team you're
at all. I don't know what you guys are
Sabonis.
watching. I'm sorry. No way.
You think Şengün's worse, so I don't know what you're watching.
At least I can concede that Şengün got a lot better this year. And maybe I'm not like giving full credit for that development because I credit so much of his development based on the defenders that are so elite around him. Because I actually think that
prize, basically.
No, it's not a consolation prize. I just happen to think Amen Thompson. Like, look, man, I sat here and watched for years as people said Gary Trent Jr. was a good defender because OG Anunoby and Scotty Barnes were doing a lot of work. I understand how defense works on a string, and it's a team thing. It's really difficult to isolate offensive individual performances from team offense. It's 10 times harder to do that defensively.
But Pin,
Pin. Maybe Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray will be better defenders if they actually had a rim protector with them.
Exactly. And I can name a
bunch of 100% true. That's 100% true.
Maybe that team defense will be much better if their big man actually had some real rim deterrence, unlike that bullshit y'all be finding on the internet. Maybe they would have a better defense if they had a big man that they knew that they could cover up for him. You know what I mean? Somebody that
does. They literally did this in
Steph will miss at least 1 week. Steph will miss at least 1 week.
Yeah, 1 week.
Not really.
You want to explain why the Sacramento Kings defense was
Jokic?
I don't know what Sacramento Kings defense has to do with this, Pin. I don't play for the Sacramento Kings.
Sabonis.
I'm talking about Jokic.
But I'm telling you that Sacramento has 2 incredible perimeter defenders, or at least 2 very good perimeter defenders.
Their scheme was to funnel SGA to Jokic, and they did that, and it worked. So they did do that. They did funnel him to Jokic. Like, that's why their defense was good. So I think that's what I'm saying. He gets credit for that. But to your point, Ox, you're objectively 100% correct, which I've told you this. If Jokic was Embiid, the Nuggets defense would be way different and be better. I agree with you. But factually, that's true.
I know you have to agree with that because
I'm objective. I'm objective. You aren't. That's the difference. I can give people credit.
All right, sure.
Are you talking to me?
Fine. Can we please move
first
on?
off, you're a Jalen Green stan. I don't want to hear this from you, Mars.
He's not. So he's not. So Joe.
Are you saying I'm not objective?
So Joker is not better.
He's talking to me, Pin. He's talking to me, Pin. He's cooking me right now.
Ox is not.
like,
You know he's not.
I'm not. All right.
Go ahead, Chill. Go ahead, Chill.
So Joker is not better than Davis in Dallas.
Who?
Is he Swapper?
I don't know.
In Dallas.
He's not better than Lively either.
Swapper. Is Jokic better?
Mars, time out. Let me ask you this. Do you not distinctively remember when we were bringing up, because you were with me on this, look at me, when Anthony Davis' defense was being brought up, the thing Lakers fans were telling us is he has Austin Reeves and 40-year-old LeBron and Dalton Connect. Like, what do you want him to do? Do you not remember that whole thing when we were criticizing the defense? Was that not happening? So what I'm trying to understand is he legitimately had a bad year for his sake, but AD is obviously still better. But AD doesn't get discredited. But he doesn't get discredited for that, though. But I'm saying people put him in conversation with Rudy Gobert and Draymond.
Yeah, he wasn't defending like the best defender in the
world.
Why would he get? You said he was a bad defender relative to the league. You were saying he was
relative to himself. He was a bad defender. I'll change it.
Why would he get discredited for being a great defender?
Just not as great as
he's always been.
He was not a great defender.
Jokic isn't as good of a defender as Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, or Gafford.
Well, Gafford, respectfully,
you're mad at the guy for not getting slandered for being a great
was not a good defender. Like at any point with the Wizards,
Gafford is more of a shot blocker than a defender.
Yeah, he was never a good defender with the Wizards.
And that's what they need.
Lively and AD.
Because you know why I remember this? Because I remember when Jokic and Embiid were taking turns on him in the regular season, everybody was like, "Well, all they do is got Gafford." But then when Gafford goes to Dallas with all these shot blockers and defenders, now it's like, "Oh, look at Gafford. He looks so good.
He was a big reason for their defense being elite at the back half of the season last year."
That's because they ran a funnel system and all you do is do this.
Swiper,
he's still a better defender than Jokic.
I mean, being able to do that is valuable when you're 7 feet tall.
But Jokic does this too.
No, Jokic does this. That's what he does. That's what he does every play.
Mars, it really looks like Jokic.
Yes, I do.
Real quick though, Chill, because Mars, it looks like when he does that, Mars, it looks like he wants to look at AG and be like, "Did you see that?" like, yo, what was that?
Hey, but he didn't do it versus the Thunder in game one. That's all I know. I know they had a 107 defense rating on the court. That's what I do know.
So Ron, I got 4 more names. I'm gonna run them down really quickly, and I don't think he's better than any of these guys. He ain't better than Klingon. He ain't better than Wemby. He ain't better than Michi, and he ain't better than Walker in Utah.
Misi in New Orleans.
He is way better than Misi.
He doesn't do anything, but that's what I'm saying. It's just shot blocking. He doesn't do anything.
Respect how high he
jumps.
That's it.
And then on top of that, if we're doing this personnel nonsense, he didn't even look good with Trey Murphy this year.
I'm the biggest Misi fan up here. I tell you, I rated that guy as the 10th or 11th best prospect in last year's draft. I'm a really big fan. He is not better than Jokic defensively. He was terrible defensively.
We're just saying, yes.
Klingon is better.
I think he's an all-defense player year one. He was that good. He was that good this year. Of course.
Yes.
Rob Will, best defender in the league.
Walker.
Yes. Well, yeah, I agree.
So all of these teams it sounded to me like he's in the middle from listening to
Is he better than Luke Cornett?
Who?
As a defender?
Is he better than Diabate, Mars?
No. Cornett.
Defensively, he better than my great Musa Diabate. He better than my great.
I don't think he's better than Diabate.
Of course you don't.
He's bad defensively.
Of course you don't. You like jumpers and leapers. You would say Isaiah Jackson's a better defender than Jokic.
Diabate is like 100% effort, 96% effort, 4% skill.
Is
that's
Ian
cool.
a better defender?
What, defensively?
No, but he's not. No,
who Joe?
The player. But he's not. He's not very impactful.
Ayton is worse.
Don't even tell me Ayton no more, because I heard everybody up here talking about Ayton.
Rob Williams better.
I can't defend.
Who?
Rob Williams.
Yeah, in the 30 games he plays.
Yeah, he bad. Yeah.
Per minute, Mars, he might be a top 10 center.
He be playmaking too.
Joe, do you think Luke Cornett is better?
No.
Let me see. What's the?
I'll give you a center that I think is better than nobody thinks is better. Day'Ron Sharpe.
Well, you put an agenda piece about him the other day.
I love Day'Ron Sharp.
Yeah, I know. Chill. I saw it
good.
because
I used to be a Day'Ron Sharp.
I love how
hater,
matter of
yeah,
fact Swiper is though. That's what I dig about. Swiper.
because I saw the tweet. Because how I feel about the Nets. Jordy Fernandez are two guys on the roster. Don't say a Marks that I know that it's going to be out there in free agency that are going to be great additions to the teams. And I'm not putting it out. But Day'Ron Sharp is a good piece. He's a good player.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. The player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.